Who's a cheeky monkey?
AMC's original series Preacher is now underway. The show, which has been developed by Seth Rogen, Evan Goldberg and Sam Catlin, is based on the DC Comics Vertigo imprint created by Garth Ennis and Steve Dillon, and stars Dominic Cooper as its main protagonist. With the show getting off to such a flying start, receiving an IMDb score of 9.0, I thought I would give you the comic book origin for this sainted sinner. So without further ado, who's Preacher? When he was a young boy, Jesse Custer lived with his father, an ex-Marine back from Vietnam, and his mother, a woman who had escaped a cult run by her family. Until one day, his mother's family found them. They murdered his father and then took him to raise him as a priest. While with the family, if Jesse didn't behave himself, the cult would punish him by putting him in a coffin, submerging him in a lake for days with no food and only a tube connected to the coffin for water and air. Eventually, he escaped the cult and met his girlfriend Tulip. Everything was going fine until Custer's family caught up with him, causing Jesse to leave Tulip and go back in an attempt to protect her from his crazy family. Custer retook the role of a preacher in the small town of Anvil and developed a drinking problem. Until one day, upset by the low attendance to his church, he decided to go to the local bar and start to unload his flock's secrets. This didn't go down too well with the locals, and Jesse ended up getting knocked out with a pool cue. While this was happening, a group of angels were having their own issues with a creature named Genesis, the product of the unnatural coupling of an angel and a demon, who they were meant to be guarding and had escaped and made its way to Earth looking for a soul to bond with. The next morning, after the events in the bar, Jesse woke up to a packed church. As he stood in the pulpit, he was struck by a mysterious force, which turned out to be the creature Genesis possessing him. The resulting blast not only destroyed his church, but his parishioners along with it. But as luck would have it, Custer's ex-girlfriend Tulip and a wisecracking vampire named Cassidy were passing and pulled him from the wreckage. When he woke, he told them he could feel something possessing his mind. Two local cops then turned up to see what had happened and pulled their guns on the group. Custer then spoke in a strange voice, telling the police to drop their guns, which they promptly did, allowing Jesse and his friends to escape, and the cops unable to stop them. Now, with the power to control people with a few simple words, Custer and friends travel across America searching for God, who abandoned heaven when Genesis was born because he was scared of the power the creature possessed. Along the way, Jesse encounters enemies, including the Saint of Killers, a gun-toting, invincible angel of death, a serial killer called the Reaver Cleaver, Arseface, an attempted suicide survivor turned rock star, the Grail, a secret organisation controlling governments and protecting the bloodline of Jesus, Custer's own family, and a number of fallen angels. That was just a short introduction to the character. If you want to find out more, you can still pick up the comics from Vertigo and watch the new series on AMC. Thanks from Simeon Says. If you like what we do, you can follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and please subscribe.